The CCP just gave us a real live trailer for World War III. It doesn't end well for America. Welcome to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell. Let me just start off by saying YouTube is definitely not going to like this episode. In fact, lots of our episodes get hidden by YouTube's restricted mode. Check it out. Here's our channel unrestricted, and here it is on restricted mode. Notice the difference? Lots of episodes just disappear. So if you haven't already, go up to your profile picture, click on it, and go down to restricted mode. Make sure that's turned off, so YouTube will stop hiding controversial topics from you. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe, because YouTube has a habit of unsubscribing our viewers without telling them. Or if this is all too much hassle, you could just say screw YouTube entirely and head over to our website, ChinaUncensored.tv. There you can check out every episode we post from all our shows, as well as get exclusive deep dives, live streams, and the ability to talk with me and the team. That's ChinaUncensored.tv. So, on September 3rd, the Chinese Communist Party staged a massive military parade to mark the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Officially, it was about celebrating victory over Japan. And unofficially, victory over Tiananmen Square, where nothing bad has ever happened. But let's be real. This was about showing the world the CCP's latest toys. But these toys are deadly. Actually, so are a lot of toys made in China. But the point is, the CCP put some of their biggest and deadliest weapons on display. Let's start with the star of the show, China's new unmanned fighter jets. These aren't your average drones. These are 6th-generation cooperative combat aircraft, fighter-sized, highly maneuverable, loaded with missiles, and designed to be controlled remotely by J-20 stealth fighters. The strategy is a simple one. One piloted J-20 flies in front, while 3 or 4 unmanned fighters swoop in from the sides or the back. It's basically the Velociraptor strategy from Jurassic Park. So yeah, if the US Air Force scrambles fighters to defend Taiwan, they might not just be facing Chinese pilots. They could be facing an AI-powered Raptor pack. Of course, what's a parade without missiles? And not just any missiles, hypersonic missiles. These things travel at least 5 times the speed of sound, which makes them much harder for missile defense systems to detect and intercept, which is the whole point. The CCP also showed off the DF-61 and DF-5C ICBMs. Those are the ones that are launched so high they go above the Earth's atmosphere and rain down on another continent. Plus, they had new anti-ship hypersonics designed to take out US aircraft carriers. That's right, China built missiles specifically designed to kill the most expensive things America owns. America used to be untouchable in the Pacific. Now, one missile launch from China could destroy a $13 billion aircraft carrier. And then there are tanks, specifically China's new Type 100 tank. Think of it as the Tesla of tanks. It's lighter than older models, has an unmanned turret, an active defense system, and even a hybrid diesel-electric engine. It'll kill you, but at least it's eco-friendly. This tank also comes with AI targeting, able to pick out a soldier hiding in a window 20 stories up. It's built for urban combat, which might come in handy for, say, an invasion of Taiwan. Finally, let's talk about the ocean, because China is making waves, literally, with its drone submarines and naval expansion. These unmanned underwater vehicles can sneak beneath carrier groups. Combine that with China's Navy, already the largest in the world by ship count, and you've got a country that can project power across the Pacific in ways we never imagined a decade ago. Now, I know for a long time reports have questioned whether China's military is really as effective as it looks. And being able to march in perfect unison might be visually impressive, but it doesn't necessarily translate into combat readiness, especially when the training for these parade soldiers focuses on using needles to force them into perfect poise. But still, we can't look at all of this and assume that China's just a paper tiger with all bark and no bite anymore. They have serious weapons, and some of them are more advanced than the US. And China's Victory Day parade wasn't just about weapons. It was about intimidation. Yes, nothing says we're peaceful like goose-stepping past nuclear missiles. And to make sure nobody missed the point, Xi Jinping invited his BFFs, Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. It's the world's worst boy band, dictator direction. So the biggest baddies are lining up behind China. And China's military is a lot more powerful than most people realized. And the US is woefully unprepared to deal with it. Meanwhile, America is busy arguing about TikTok bans, which is ironic since TikTok might actually be China's most successful weapon so far. The point is, I hope seeing this parade of military might wakes people up and makes them want to actually do something. We need to stop the CCP now. Otherwise, our children and our grandchildren might be dying in a war against China. But sometimes I feel like Cassandra screaming into the void, because just when you thought US policy couldn't get any dumber, it turns out the Pentagon actually helped fund some of China's military research, including, in the past 5 years, billions in defense grants ended up in projects with Chinese universities tied to the PLA, hypersonics, AI, quantum tech, you name it. So congratulations, America. We didn't just buy cheap junk from China. We literally paid for the missiles aimed at us. USA #1. China already has at least 600 nuclear warheads, and they're stockpiling them faster than ever. They're coordinating with Russia and North Korea. They have advanced fighter planes, and their Navy is bigger and maybe deadlier than the US Navy. That's why within a decade or less, the oceans that have protected America for centuries may no longer keep us safe. Now, some people argue that communist China is a house of cards. I have also argued that. It's true they have a lot of weak points, like the failing economy, social problems, corruption, you name it. But military power is the glue holding that house of cards together. And it's very strong glue. If the Chinese people believe the party can win the next war, they'll march along. If they see this display of might from the CCP, they'll be too scared to step out of line. That's why these parades matter. So here's my point. America can't just keep trading with China and hope the CCP will reform. It can't even just sit back and hope the CCP will collapse. If the US government waits another decade before treating China as a serious military threat, the balance of power in Asia could flip forever. The CCP will take Taiwan, but that's just the beginning. Well, Tibet was the beginning, and then there was Hong Kong. But the point is, the CCP will not stop until the entire world agrees to bow before it. But hey, maybe if America just signs a trade deal with China, they'll stop building missiles. That's how international relations work, right? So what do you think? Should America take China's military buildup seriously, or should we just wait until the parade includes a Death Star? Leave your comments below. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thank you for watching China Uncensored.